telling the story then. I mean, what is it? I just get home from work today, and all day in the car, I'm thinking about deals I want to make, and I'm like, you know what, Nick Chubb, he looks like a guy that he could win my league. I'm struggling at running back. Let's do it. Let's talk to my boy Gars. Get a call from Ray at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and dude's like FaceTiming me in the middle of the day. I know what that means. That means one thing only. It's either he's got some female, or he's trying to talk deals. When he calls me, he says, I want to trade, or I have a trade in my inbox. I don't know if I should do it. Hunter Henry and Nick Chubb for my Darren Waller and Antonio Gibson.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
And Ray, to be honest, I wanted to convince you not to do it because you are a game back in our division, and I think that trade can hurt me. But, I'm a true friend. I'm a true friend, Ray, and I want to see you succeed in life. And you're lucky. You're lucky that I didn't put my, persuasion on and swing you the other way. The deal is done, barring any vetoes.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
How you doing?
Now it's the wait. I think that's the worst part of doing any trade. It's the wait in between where you just don't. You want to get your roster set. You want to set your lineup, and it's 48 hours until the trade goes through. You don't know what other people are thinking, if they're going to veto it or not. That's the most annoying part of it. But as for the trade itself, I'm pretty excited for it. I was a little hesitant on giving up Darren Waller just because the past 2 years in fantasy, the playoffs happened and everything. I suck at tight end. It's just the worst thing ever.
You're awful at tight end. You don't know.
It sucks. And then I think last year too, I had drafted Kelsey and I had traded him for Will Dissly. And, it wasn't just straight up. It was obviously
the steal.
Yeah. There was a whole bunch of other players involved too. And then the game that I start Will Dissly, he tears his Achilles and he's done.
Yeah.
So that hurt. But no, as for this trade, I had gotten Darren Waller in a previous trade. I traded Jonathan Taylor and Robert Woods for Chris Godwin and Darren Waller. You still think that I finessed Ben out of that one? I'm still kind of on the fence.
Jonathan Taylor speaks for himself. I think it's cool that you're one people who's out there not only trading for people, but trading the people you traded for, trying to move up.
Yeah.
And that's really what, at the end of the day is going to put you in a good position.
Yeah, and it's I was, like I said, I was scared of letting go of Darren Waller just because the past is, haunting me, but...
It's the Walrus.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, do I want to do this? And then I really thought to myself, okay, I want to get a solid running back. I have Josh Jacobs, I have Kareem Hunt. Those are my two guys. One of those goes down, I'm out, essentially.
Season shot.
Yeah. I needed the shot. I don't have a lot of running back depth. I needed that, and I felt confident enough to move that piece. So I'm excited for it. I'm hoping that he comes back strong. I'm pretty excited. I think it was ultimately a fair deal. So I don't think that Gars is a good team, right? So it's not like
there's one spot he's not elite at, and it's
tight end. Yeah, exactly.
He got a top two option there.
Yeah.
And he still has James Robinson and Derrick Henry and Antonio Gibson and David Montgomery.
Yeah, dude's team he's got a stacked team. So I was shocked that he was even willing to trade, because I sent him a message yo, dude, sent you a trade, rejected. I was okay, whatever, just go fuck myself again. And then he was like, what are you looking for? And I said, well, I need a running back. And I think that's the kind of people that you definitely want in your leagues moving forward, where it's not they'll send you trades and then if they reject your trade, they'll counter it and they'll send you another trade back. That's something that you want in your league.
Yeah, this is a PSA to everyone in our league. I know you're watching right now. Don't let my trades expire. And Quinn, especially right now, I texted you probably an hour or two ago. I said, let's shake things up a little bit. He said, yeah, let me look at things. Dude ghosted me. I feel like I just got rejected before we even got off the ground here. And this is the reality. So you're lucky to make a deal, right?
And so this is my background here. So Paul is Squidward in this case. Everybody else is SpongeBob and Patrick having fun, doing trades, and Paul's just just waiting for his number to be called, honestly. So I hear you, man.
You look at the bench, and I'm trying, bro. I need Zeke to get back on track. That's either a good thing for my lineup or it's someone I can flip. But that's what we want to get into now. We want to talk about those decisions we're making this week.
Yep.
The matchups we have. So Zeke is someone that is on bye for me, and I'd like to hear your opinion here, right? So I'm looking at my running backs, and Miles Sanders just got him in a trade, waiting for him to get healthy. This is going to be the week where I'm hoping he gets, they unleash him, and if not a Boston Scott, 35% carry, 40% carry type of deal. He's locked in my lineup. The Giants are bad. The Eagles are probably, hopefully, you never know, going to win this game. And they're favorites. I think that Sanders gets a lot of opportunities. But my, second running back spot is a crapshoot right now. Mike Davis going up against the Bucs. Okay? They're going to be down. They're going to be trailing. It might be a dump-off situation where you get those PPR points we all love.
Yep.
But it also could be a 5-point performance, and the Panthers just get shut out. That's what I have in my lineup right now. On the bench, I could plug in. It's looking dire. I mean, Duke Johnson, David Johnson is not going to play this week. He's got a concussion.
He didn't practice today.
They're going into Cleveland, and they're also 3.5. They're 3.5 point underdogs. Little high scoring game there probably, and I think that Duke can get some checkdowns, probably more so than Mike Davis. Yeah. So that's another option. And then if Chase Edmonds is out there and Kenny Drake sits, that's an interesting 3 people to choose from. But even though I like the 56-point over-under, and there's going to be opportunities for the Bills and the Cardinals, if there's one thing in my lineup I'm really trying to think about, it's if Chase Edmonds gets the full workload, what does that look like? When Kyler Murray scrambles, he is you can't touch him. He just slips through the cracks. He's like a little kid, and I've never seen anything like it. And when things go rough, he doesn't check down to Edmonds. He goes. Yeah. So Mike Davis, Chase Edmonds, Duke Johnson, floor is yours.
Yeah, so honestly, in my opinion, I understand that you have Davis in and Christian McCaffrey has been ruled out for this week. One thing that I'm worried about in your case is what we saw from Mike Davis the past 4 weeks. He's got 8.6, 8.7, 8.7, and 11.5. Now, the 8.7 this past week was with CMC back in the lineup. So that was obviously pretty good. But Tampa Bay, dude, they're pissed. They almost lost to the Giants. They 9 time on Sunday Night Football. This is their revenge game. So I don't think that the Panthers are going to be running the ball. However, that can give Mike Davis a PPR opportunity. But again, that's a lot to put in there. But for Chase Edmonds, we saw him get 25 carries. That's a workload.
A lot of opportunity.
Take
it in the end zone, but you like that.
I like that.
The only thing we didn't like was 3 receptions.
Barring what Kenyon Drake does. If Kenyon Drake is back, that's a little sketchy, but I don't know if they're going to give him the full workload right away. If he does come back,
right? You could just cut it right there. I'm sold. It's Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, I think Chase
carries
Edmonds
last week. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would do. If it was my situation, that's what I would do. I don't trust Mike Davis right now until he can show that he's... Look, he had a great... He could be tired. He could have tired legs. We heard that before. He had 13, 16, 16, 18. Mike Davis. So it's
No. I was thinking about Jamal Hasty, but right. The thing that you said that I like is Tampa Bay is... That defense is going to play lights out. And I think that Edmonds, Arizona is 1.5 point favorites, 56-point over-under. You just want that opportunity, and he'll fall in the end zone once.
I think Edmonds is the guy. Honestly, Edmonds is who I would start. If it was me, Edmonds is who I would start.
All right, so if Edmonds goes out there and puts up a dud, just remember that you're the reason. And I don't know, maybe it's because you're a game back and you want to sabotage me.
No, dude. So this is the thing too. This is kind of sucks with our league. I mean, it's competitive, right?
So it's neck and neck, bro.
Yeah, there's 5 teams that are 5-4 right now. I'm on the outside looking in. Yeah, I'm on the outside looking in. Quinn's 5-4, Amy's 5-4, Ben's 5-4, Mercedes 5-4, I'm 5-4, and you and Gars around the top of the divisions 6-3 and 6-3 apiece. Now, I don't understand. I think it's because of scoring, but I beat Ben in our head-to-head matchup. I beat you in our head-to-head matchup, and then I'm still on the outside looking in. But I think, like I said, I think it's because scoring points for.
So you're not even in the playoffs right now.
No, I'm not, and that's kind of like really upsetting. So I don't know who Ben plays this week, but I need Ben to lose.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to who do you play the last 4 weeks. So I have Amy, I have, and then I know I end with Jay and Crispin, and their teams are playing all right. Sorry guys, but hopefully I can round it out and stay in there because I lose 2 games in a row and I'm in the same boat as you. So this is a must-win for you this week.
My players still got to show up too, man. That's the one thing that I got to worry about too.
So tell me, what's your biggest concern this week? Like I had the Mike Davis thing. Is there one thing that you would point out?
Yeah, my biggest concern is definitely what my tight end position is going to look like. Like I said, I got rid of Darren Waller. I have Dallas Goedert on my bench currently. I'm going to get Hunter Henry. I don't know if I'm going to go with the flyer and take Dallas Goedert. I know he came back from an injury when he was last played the Giants 2 weeks ago, and he didn't get involved with much. And it's kind of shocking too because I was like, we saw what Richard Rodgers did, and you thought
I think it was a little early for Goddard though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So I'm thinking that I'm going to be putting in Dallas Goedert instead. I do like Hunter Henry's schedule moving forward. Like the next few weeks look good, but Hunter Henry's not getting as many targets as I would like to see to the tight end position. But yeah, man, it's just that part kind of scares me a little bit. My defense also scares me a bit. I'm playing the Chicago Bears defense. That's
you do watch them, man.
Yeah, it's true. Dalvin Cook is the one thing that scares me. that's the one thing that I'm really worried about. Like I said, I play Quinn this week. He's playing Drew Lock. He's got Alvin Kamara, AJ Brown. Now his tight end and his flex spot and his defense, I'm not too worried about that. He's got the 49ers defense, negative points against your matchup. He's got.
Quick, you're watching this dude like.
You got to mix.
Please go to waivers. Like Ray's even telling you to do it, and he's playing. He's like, go to waivers.
Ross Dwelly,
like the day before the game.
Like I don't understand that one. Ross Dwelly doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why he texted that in a group chat now? He was like pitching all in. I was like, why? Like I know tight end is hurting on waivers.
He's a gambling man. He likes betting on his dudes. Like,
he is.
He
man.
Said Kittle was my guy. I believe in the 49ers tight end, and he didn't even go after Jordan Reed. I mean, he was hurt, but Dwelly, like, come on, man.
Yeah, you have Jimmy Graham, Mike Gesicki, Gerald Everett on waivers. Top 3 options. I would absolutely take any of those 3 options over Ross Dwelly. But of course, I say this, he's going to get like 50 points.
Well, right. The thing is, if he keeps Dwelly or even anyone on waivers, I think you have to look at your matchup and try to win every single head-to-head at every position. And I think you're good at tight end. You're good on defense. Like I'll let you finish. But yeah, I got my matchup.
Yeah, I know you got Amy this week, dude. That's the silent killer. The silent killer is just that simple.
We look at the projections, and good old ESPN is saying, "Oh, Devontae Adams 20 points, Dalvin Cook 19-20."
Yeah,
stop it.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
To putting up 30 apiece. She's just got like whole NFC North going here. She's got Allen Robinson. Like Dalvin, Devontae.
Yeah.
But Matt Ryan on a bye. I like that. Just got to pick a quarterback up. Go pick up Jake Luton if you're watching, Amy.
Just so that by the way, we will have her. I didn't tell you that at the start of this episode or in our preview. She's going to come on the show today, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about her lineup. But that's later. We'll wait for her to get back on. And
we'll get to that segment. That's a big part.
Yeah.
Just to have the 2-time defending champ on here. And, she's primed to make a nice third run for it because she has the best running back and most would argue the best wide receiver in the game right now. That's really all you need. 2 studs.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's absolutely insane. But now, you mentioned this at the beginning of this episode. I didn't even realize this, that there's 6 4 o'clock games, 4:30 games.
You're right.
I have no idea.
You want to hear them again?
Yeah, let's hear it. What's what we got?
All right, so keep in mind, this never happens. And usually we're stuck at 4 o'clock with, like, Bengals versus Jaguars. And it's brutal. So we have 6 games this week. We got Herbert against Tua. By the way,
gonna be a good one.
We talked about the Dolphins. It didn't get aired, but we said they might go into Arizona and that defense was playing hot. So
Yep.
Herbert, he's going to have the ball out, and I think he ultimately will. But we got Josh Allen and the Bills going to Arizona, going to the desert. That's a good matchup. Two of the most exciting offenses, in the top 5 probably of the league. So that's going to be a great game. I don't know which one to watch. Well, we got Red Zone. You got the Seahawks and the Rams. A lot of fantasy players involved in that one. Close divisional battle. You got Burrow versus Steelers. Good luck. I think the Steelers are going to come out and similar to the Bucks. Like, we just got embarrassed even though we won.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't come out sleeping.
Broncos and Raiders, and then Saints 49ers to round it out.
Ooh.
So.
Wow, that's actually a lot of good games. I hope. Damn, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think Buffalo's matchup against Arizona. I think that's the one that's going to be must watch. You have Buffalo playing indoors.
But anyone you have on either team, put them in your lineup.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Hopefully John Brown practices and gets a full practice in. I know he sat out today, but yeah.
I think they're just cautionary. He's probably going to play.
Yeah, it's true. Like the Veterans Rest Day or whatever it is.
Yeah, you want to guess the I mean, it's not even close. Like this week I had the over-unders. The Cardinals game is at 56, man. That's juicy.
56. That's a lot of points. A lot of points to be going around.
The second highest is maybe the Bucks and the Panthers. Like every game is sitting around 50, and I say that because like if you're having like start-sit decisions and it comes between a player who's playing in a game with like a 44-point total, like you would see in the Eagles versus Giants, or the Bears versus the Vikings this week. Like usually you want to go with, if it's all else equal, you want to go with the team with a higher total, more opportunities to score. It's just simple.
Yeah. Don't overthink it. Go for the look at the over under. Look at the points projected for. Put those players into your lineup. So I noticed that. I'm hoping I put a claim in for him. I noticed that you dropped Zach Moss, and I'm curious what the thought process was behind that.
Okay. All right. The way I look at it is he's in a timeshare, and he is getting the touchdown. He's getting the goal line work. It just comes down to, like, is this a spot that I'm comfortable ever really starting him? And for me, I'll probably eat crow on this, and I'll probably regret it. But, dude, like, I just see the work that Josh Allen, like, does around the red zone. And half the time it's frustrating. The dude just runs it in.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, really throw too much to running back. Singletary's getting that work. I like Moss a lot, but I think I dropped him to pick up Gio because Gio, if Mixon doesn't play, it's not a timeshare. It's against the Steelers this week, but I think we've seen Gio every year. Like around playoff time, Mixon can't stay healthy.
Yep.
And the right matchup, you had him for a good matchup when
Mixon
was
put him
out.
2 weeks in a row.
Points. And so overall, my thinking was Moss's upside is not at the level of a backup running back who has a full load. Giggity. And Moss is going to keep splitting carries, and you can pick him up, you can have him.
I hope I put the claim in for him. Like I said, I made that move. I plan on making another move in our league. Hopefully, I'm going to wait till the end of this week after the games are played, and then I'll probably propose some more trades. I know we have the deadline coming up. We have 2 more weeks before the trade deadline. So next Wednesday, that's it. Then we'll see what happens. We do. So here she is. Amy is ready to chime in. Are you ready for this?
Good to have you, Amy.
Happy to have you, Amy. So, Amy, can you tell us a little bit about your draft strategy? And you have Dalvin Cook first overall, then you've got Devontae Adams. Was that just a wing it kind of a thing, or did you really do your homework? Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Amy, for joining us. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So now, as we are starting to wrap up here, let's put a hit out. Who on your team are you, boom or bust? Like this, I'm putting my hit out.
It's not a cut or a trade for me, but it's a permanent bench for the down, for a stretch here or a trade. And this week I'm calling up Paulie Walnuts. I'm telling him the address. I'm telling him to go down, go to Chicago, stake it out, sit outside the Vikings locker room, and if Justin Jefferson puts up another stinker under 10 points,
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're going to hurt some people.
Justin Jefferson, I'm sorry, buddy. And, part of it is Dalvin Cook is just taking all the passing opportunities away from that offense, and they're winning, so they're going to continue to do it. He's a roster clogger. He's too good to keep out of your lineup.
Yeah.
He's driving me nuts. He might be in the body bag. So who you got?
Who do I got? I had J.K. Dobbins. I don't understand what it is. I read an article this morning that as Lamar Jackson's lining up in formations, defense are already calling out his plays, saying, "Look, watch out for this, watch out for that, run here," right? And he knows it. And now it's kind of like, okay, are they done now? Is the Ravens' offense done? We have Mark Ingram coming back. Everyone said J.K. Dobbins was going to be the matchup to play. Everybody wanted J.K. Dobbins. I have him on my roster. He's clogging up the position. Do I trade him? Do I cut him? I need to see something out of here, because if I don't see something out of here, as his schedule gets a little easier, I'm putting him in a body bag. I'm done. I don't want that on my team. I can't have that on my team.
Okay. And you're not JK, right? This is serious.
Oh, I am dead serious. Dead serious. And he's going to be dead to me if he doesn't perform this weekend.
JK, you're a dead man walking. All right. Well, here's the thing. He's got the talent, but that offense is just they don't commit to anything. It's going to take a bunch of injuries. So I have him on my roster in our league.
Yep. And
it's painful because I need that running back too. I don't know if he's going to get there to put the hit out on him. That's what I got. Ray, any parting thoughts before we wrap up the second episode of the Fantasy Meatballers?
Yeah, as waivers went through, look out for players that were dropped. The Fantasy Footballers preach that. That's something that I look at every single morning. Every single Wednesday, I check my lineup, see who I got, and then I go check, see who was dropped. So do that in your league. Ben, our buddy, texted us and said, yo, who do I get at running back? He had JaMychal Hasty on his roster still. Jerick McKinnon was on waivers. So you pick up Jerick McKinnon. It's just you go for Jerick McKinnon. So that's my closing thoughts.
All right. It's been a pleasure.
All right, buddy.